What's up, guys? I'm Daemonxel, and in this game, we farm everything, right? We farm shards, we farm gear, we farm ability materials, XP. Everything we do, we have to grind away at those nodes. And in a previous video, I showed a graphic on how it was tracked and how you can get the best results by hitting 5 attempts at a time. And some people have called me out on that and asked, they don't think this is the smartest way. So let's talk about it. Alright, so let me bring up the infographic I'm talking about that I brought up in the other video. Now, this infographic was specifically for character shards and basically how many drops you would get versus attempts, the chance, basically the odds for 5 attempts. Now, myself, I'm going to show you guys how I farm my characters, my gear, my everything, and how I go about it. Because I'm not one of those guys that hits, if it's a hard node and you get 5 attempts before you have to refresh, I'm not one of those guys I'm going to hit each attempt individually. I feel that, and it's just me, that it's rigged against me that if I do just 1 attempt or 2 attempts, I'm not going to get those character drops. So I blow all 5 attempts at once, figuring that at least I will probably get some kind of shards to drop. But let's test this right now. As you can see, I built up a lot of energy here, and I'm going to show you basically how I do my day-to-day farming. And yes, I normally do not let it pile up this high, but, let's make some content, right? All right, let's maximize this. All right, so I've done my Elden farming already today, and I've done my Arwen, and I did attempt it. I did 2 nodes, 2, and then a 1 attempt, and I got 2 shards. That's it, 2 shards. I probably would have gotten the same amount if I hit all 5 at once. So, when I'm doing my farming, and I haven't done any refreshes yet, until I build Elden and Arwen out, they are my main goals right now, along with Lord Balin, and I'm way behind on my Rohan 3, so I'm building them up as well as Jack and everyone else, plus Goblins. So it's kind of like I bounce all around the map right now. I know it seems like chaos, but it's organized chaos in my mind. So let's start with Lord Balin. On his attempt, let me bring it up here. There we go. Again, now this is just me, right? 60 energy. You could do 1 hit. You could do 3 and then 2. You could do 4 and then 1. Whatever way makes you feel better about it, go for it. I don't think there really is a tried and true method to guarantee that you get the maximized drop rate. It's basically, I think the more attempts you make, the better odds of you getting a drop. So I always go 5 because there's so much farming and grinding that has to get done in this game, and we don't even have events yet. We don't have a lot of content in this game. So I want to get all this out of the way quickly. So I don't want to be sitting here all day just, hitting the same thing. So 5 attempts, 4 shards. I'm done with him for the day. We're good to go. And I go through basically the same way. I go through all the hard nodes the same way. Let's bring up Eowyn, because I need to bring him up. Usually if I have a chest up, I claim them. Maybe I'll get something that I'm working on. More often than not, it's not something I need. Éowyn, I got him maxed out already. That's okay. We'll use that in the store. So another 66 shards. See, I feel that if you do it this way, you get more events. And I'm going to do with Lady Éowyn, I'm going to break it up for you guys, just so you can see. And it may just be, again, it may just be my luck. I'm going to go 2, 2, and 1, right? Let's go 2, nothing, 2, nothing, 1, nothing. See? Now, if I did all 5 at once, I probably would have gotten a drop. That's how I tackle this every day. Let's see here. Let's go, because I need to get Goblins so I can get Thorin. So let's blow the 80 on both of these guys. I really can't wait until Arwen and Elden are done. That'll free up 160 energy. See, 4 drops. Now, yes, there are times when I'll do 5 attempts and I won't get anything in return, and that's okay. But at least in my mind, I know that I'm probably maximizing my odds of getting a shard drop. There we go. We got 4 right there. Now, on my guild energy, right? This is where I get a little nutty. And it's just the math part of my brain. For this, right now, I'm working on Gimli, getting him up to 7 stars. So, I know some people hit this, they'll go all 20 attempts. I don't do that. I am very odd. I'm very weird. I know I got my my ticks and everything else, but I do in increments of 40 energy. So right now on Gimli, that's going to work out to 5 attempts per hit. Now it's not really going to do the best. For some reason, they've been very stingy with me for Gimli. Getting a lot of 2s, a lot of 4s. So let's bang this out again. I got a 6 there. Got 4. Got 2. And then I'm going to finish this out. Got another 2. So that's not bad. That's not bad. Now, what I also do is I do 1 refresh per day. And as you can see, I'm dropping down in my gems. Depending on how much energy I have and where I am in my farming rotation, because I am building up my mats to basically bring Gandalf up. I'm going to unlock him this raid. Very excited about that. So I'm gathering all the XP I can right now. I'm gathering all the gold I can right now, all the ability mats I can right now, everything, so I can bring him right up to 60, possibly gear tier 8, as well as abilities, at least 4s across the board. So let's go to auto here. I'm going to bring this up. Now, this one is weird. On 5-7, I do 4 attempts. Now, the reason being is if I waste all this energy, right? I'll do these 2 attempts real quick. I'll just get that. Got nothing right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up to 4. I'm going to pay my 100 gold. I'm getting my 120. So in my brain, that's 4 attempts, right? 4 hits at 4 attempts each. And usually I make out pretty good on this. So let's do 40 right here. I got 9. Got 6. And probably this one of these are going to be a 9 or a 3. 6. I usually make out bank doing this way. Now, I don't know what it would be if I do all 160 or 120 right across the board. If it would work out. So let's see, that's 12. That is 21 shards we got right there. Let's do it. For you guys, I'm going to do it. I'll waste the I'll blow the gems right now for you guys to do this. So we're not going to do, should we do 20? Fuck it. We'll do 20. 100 gems. I get paid at the end of the week. Hopefully, I get some gems. Otherwise, I got to be a little stingy here. Okay, so we're going to go all 20 attempts, right? Let's see what we get. 33. So, in my mind, that's 200. So, let's see, 4, right? That's 40. That's 40 again. That's 40. That's 120. Another attempt at 4. I got to bring out the calculator on this. It's the end of the night on my shift. So, yeah, I'm not doing math in my head. So, all right, so 200. That's 4 attempts at 40 energy each, right? Doing that 5 times. And that gives us our 200. So, 5 attempts. If I'm banking, let's say I got a 9, I got a 6, and what do we get? We got another 6, right? So let's say our average gem to ratio. Let's go low. Let's go 6, right? 6 times 5. It's 30. So yeah, it kind of works out the same way. It looks like we got a little bit more using the 200 energy. We got 33, right? So yes, it can work better that way. In my brain, I just feel better at it doing it this way. And again, that's just me. That's just how I process things. And so we got another 40. Let's just bang out another 40. Yep, another 9 right there. So yeah. So this is how I do my farming on my ability mats, on my gear, right? Depending on the gear. Because right now, I am searching for opals. So I'm going to go to Gimli. I'm going to bring up the opals here. Now, on gear, what I do with gear is pretty easy. Most of the time, I'm not hitting up character notes. right? I could do this and it would kill two birds with one stone, but in my brain, I feel that it's limiting my chances at getting that drop because now the drop can be between the character shards or the gear piece. I'd rather actually go to one of these where it's just the gear piece I'm searching for. And depending on how many I need, if I only need like two, right, I'm not going to blow a whole bunch of energy on this. Usually, what I end up doing is I do this in batches of 5 as well. 40 energy. It's just how I process things. Sorry, guys. Right now, I need 75. I'm nowhere close to that. I got like 33. So I'm going to hit this, and I got 2, right? I always have bad luck with gear drops. They always be a little bit stingy for me. But yeah, we can do this up to 6, right? Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so we can do 8 attempts. But I try to keep it on gear between a 4 and a 6 attempt. I feel that I get better returns on my investment that way. So we got 2 on that, which hit 64. I got 1. On all that, right? Now, I know I'm kicking myself for wasting the energy, but I want to show you guys exactly how this works out. That's why I tend to keep it either between 4, 5, or 6, depending on the energy itself. So on these lower nodes, I keep it around 40 energy. To me, at a 5 attempt drop, I think I get the best odds of the materials actually dropping, where instead of blowing it all in one hit. Also, I feel in the reverse of that, if I'm only doing 2 hits at a time, I'm not going to get them to drop. It's just how the game seems to work for me. It's been the same way when I played Marvel Strike Force. It was the same way when I played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. The drop rates just seem better in a certain number range when you are attempting them. But I hope you guys find this a little bit easier for me. Oh, and farming wise, I also farm the store, especially when it comes to glyphs and stuff like that. But that's how I do my energy management. So let's just go into the store here. Let's see. I try to keep my purples somewhere at around 20. So if I see they're under 20, I will purchase 1 or 2 to get up there to 20. My blues, I try to keep around 30. So I'm always popping these, especially if I have the extra gold. Because you never know, because I can use the extra energy that I could have farmed on that on getting more shards for someone else. On my greens, I keep my greens somewhere around 50. Apparently, we don't have a lot of characters that use branch 1. That's why I have so many of them. But my greens, I tend to keep at around a level of 50. And my glyphs, depending on what the glyph is, I'll go for it. Armor Piercer, I always use. So we're going to hit that. Let's see, this is a damage. It's actually a pretty good one. Speed, CC, crit chance, crit damage. It's actually a really good one. Don't sleep on the supply store, guys. You can get some really good runes from here and not have to, and we're already at the gap with the glyph cap reach. And I am sorry about that last video, guys. I didn't realize that I didn't move the camera out of the area that I was explaining. So I do apologize for that. But I hope that this farming guide helps you guys get better drop rates on what you're farming for, what you're going for. And I hope this helps you in your overall progress of your roster, of your game experience, and everything else. So, again, hope you found this entertaining, all that good stuff. Until I talk to you guys again, have a great week. Have a great weekend. Adventure safe, and good luck to you and your fellowship.